What's up, man?
I mean, I'm good, man. But I really think you should catch up with the people. Just tell them where you've been at, so we can get started.
Man, honestly, it's been the last couple weeks has been absolutely insane. I will say, let me turn this light down so it's super bright. So a few weeks ago, I'm not gonna put any names out there, but somebody, passed away, and just ever since then, it was just like so. Well, first, actually, before that even happened, I broke. So the reason my light looked different than what it looked like, what it used to look like, I broke my ring light. I broke my microphone, and the cord to my camera got like a little thing. So I had to order some new things, but my ring light ain't even in yet. But yeah, I broke some stuff because just like in that video, the video when it fell down and all that, I did it again, but this time it was finito for some stuff. So yeah. That tore up. So that messed up one day, but that was like a Wednesday, and then after that was when like somebody passed away, and then having to drive or come up, just plans and all of that and stuff like that, and then having to be out of town for a while and driving 10 hours. Well, I ain't never drove no 10 hours a day in my boy, 10 hours straight. One way. Then gotta go back the other way. Yeah. So that was tough. So yeah, that's where I've been, and then just coming back, like it's like now I gotta get life together. You feel me? Like you've been gone for a while, and then gotta figure some stuff out. So yeah, we back now. We back though. We back. And but yeah, that's been my last couple weeks. What about yourself, man? What you been up to?
I've been holding down the fort. Doing my thing. Meeting the people. I still holler at the people. I let them know you was busy. I say you was gonna holler at them when you came back, cause you was gonna come back. You just had to take care of something. So
man, life happens.
Exactly. So
happening.
like we understand, man. We behind you, supporting. So I just let them know that hold it down. But we was gonna come back. You already know. So
and I broke my keyboard. That was another thing. I didn't break it. I spilled water on it, and that like I hit a shift button and it deleting and putting the X up there and stuff. So yeah, I had to get a new keyboard, which I don't even know what the other keyboard. But yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the thoughts and stuff, man. All the prayers out there and all that good stuff, man. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we back though. We back, and we rolling. And it's the last week in February. So, getting ready for March, and just the year's going by quick.
It is.
It's going by quick. We was just talking about New Year's.
Yeah.
Literally, we was just talking about New Year's, and it's already the end of February.
End of February. So them resolutions. If you ain't working on them,
hey.
Yeah, I mean, ain't no better time than now to get started.
You better get started. It's gonna be over with. You're gonna be talking about next year resolution in a minute.
Exactly.
So yeah. Yeah. Hey, get to it. That's all I can tell people.
Man. But I've been good. Been working. I got a new little shift change. They changed my hours, so
Yeah, you told me. How's that going?
I start Monday actually. That's gonna be my first day. They changed the hours. I had them push it back, so I ain't gonna be able to catch my Hornets no more.
No more Hornet game, man.
Which was, there's only a few games left, about 13, but it's still, feel me. I'm gonna try to get them off, or I go and just be late. So it don't matter, but yeah. Been working. I've been getting on this stream, man.
I seen you posted something in the chat.
Yeah, I'm active on TikTok now. So I posted. That was a 2K clip I sent. Where I
was that an old clip or was that a new one?
That was new.
Okay. I didn't get a chance to watch.
We was down 10, 2 minutes left. You know, your boy had to put on a show, hit the game winner. You know how.
You brought him back?
Come on, man. It's on the feed, man. It's on the.
You brought him back? Okay.
It's recorded. I ain't even edit. You ain't even have to edit it. It's 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We down 10. You can watch each play. We come back and win. So you know, I've been doing that. Getting the GTA RP, man. I've been on that lately.
You know your brother. You hear about what your brother trying to do? I don't know if we talked about it. With the Lego thing.
Nah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna put pressure on him, but because he set a date.
Nah, he need pressure because he be talking about us.
I be talking to him, but I ain't gonna put him on the platform. You feel me?
Yeah.
But he set a date that he's gonna get going. But he's been talking about this Lego thing because they apparently on Twitch. I ain't been on Twitch in a long time, but they got a new section for like building Legos and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I've been seeing some crazy Lego. But they built a whole truck. They built a truck out of Legos, like a full size truck. And they built a stadium. It's not a full size stadium, but the stadium had lights and like all the seats and like everything. Like it was crazy. So it's some crazy Lego builds. I told him that actually be dope, Clyde. That's a unique niche that the people that like it, they gonna consume that. Like,
for sure. You know, most definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, he said he trying to get busy, and I seen you getting busy. I can't do live stream no more, man. It's just not in me. I ain't got it in me no more, man.
No, you don't do nothing anyway. The only thing you could probably live stream is you cooking.
That's it. Honestly,
That's it.
Like you right. I don't do nothing. But like even before, like when I was, you feel me? Like it was just.
That was a lot.
It's hard, man. Like, yeah, live stream is tough, man. Cause you got to entertain. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, obviously, if you're playing games or something, there's the element of all right, this is the game, so you're watching the game, but you still gotta interact and stuff like that. And I just be. I be chatting, man. I don't know.
Nah, I feel that because that's why I stream the games I stream because, like you say, the game itself is part of the entertainment, especially on GTA RP. Like,
yeah. But that's your RP is gonna be the you feel me?
Exactly.
If you good at RPing, then you ain't gotta do none of that.
Yeah, so you feel me? I'm getting out, Silly Willy out there.
Yeah.
Out in Brian.
You better get on it because GTA 6 coming around next year, ain't it?
Yeah, next year.
You know, motherfuckers gonna be on that.
Heavy.
Day one, boy, they gonna be on that. Daggone. Yeah. You got to get in the community because, right, like if you get in a good community, that's when you get right. Because like the game, which I didn't even end up playing the game, but. The Harry Potter Quidditch game that came out recently, or came out a few months ago. I got in one of the servers that was like the I forgot what they call them, like beta servers or whatever, like before it got released, and they let me play it early, and I was decent at it, and so like they invited me to a private server with like the dudes that be, you feel me?
Yeah.
And that's how you get in. And I'm still in it. I don't play it, but I'm still in it. And like they be active. So
yeah, for sure.
That's how you really take your thing to the next level, is being around the people that they really about it. Like,
no doubt. Yeah, I joined the server last night. It's deep. I mean, these people, if you really in it and you make that server, they be going hard. Like it's like they make a whole different game. So. Silly Willy getting active, man. I brought him to life. I've been on that. Got in 2K. That's all I really didn't have the time for lately.
I ain't touched the game in a minute, man. I gotta turn something on. It ain't nothing that I'm just like dying to really. I feel like the gaming. I don't know, man. The gaming space is.
It's definitely tough. Ain't no more like, especially when you talk about single player games, like you could play by yourself.
And even the multiplayer, a lot of the multiplayer stuff is like the same stuff. Like if you ain't playing the same things that obviously the Call of Duties, the 2Ks, obviously sports games, but the like Call of Duties or Halo or something like that. If you ain't doing those, it ain't really a whole lot else out there. Like, there's 1 or 2 games that might pop up, but then after that, it's like, all right, what else we got next? Like Power World, even though Power World ain't nothing but Pokemon, but like that popped up, and then now you don't even hear about it no more.
Yep, nah. They had that lawsuit. It went downhill from there.
Yeah, they had a good 3 months.
Yeah,
I played Power World for a little bit. Never beat it, but you know. And
even Call of Duty is free on Xbox, and I still don't even play it like that.
Cause it sucked.
Yeah.
It ain't as good as what it used to be. The maps ain't like curated the way it used to be. Just the whole game itself, like it's the gaming industry just they've gotten too. I think it's 2 things. I think they gotten too like stuck in the numbers. Like, oh, this is what they want to see, like because of some analytic or something.
Yeah.
And less creativity, and then or like this is what sells, like because obviously they just worry about the selling, but and then they've also they've made the games. Some games they made bigger than what they need to be. Like some games just make it for that audience instead of trying to please all these audiences, trying to sell it a massive thing. So now you just added all these different things to the game that has nothing. Like there was a pirate game that it was parts of the game that had nothing to do with pirating, and it's like just sell it to the pirate. Like you remember Black Flag back in the day, like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Yeah. That game was crazy, but it was that was it. Mm-hmm. There was no other nonsense that was connected to it. Now they try to sell everything else but the game, and it's like ain't nobody trying to play that. Like I don't know. That's how I feel.
Nah, definitely, man. Especially if you play 2K, you know, if you've been a 2K player for over these 2Ks, you know 2K has gotten away from that, focusing on the actual game. It really like makes stuff for kids, and it's like them kids like
they just seeing the analytics. They this is what the kids like on this, and like they review this, so let's just do this in the game. It's like, bro, no.
Yeah.
Like no.
Yeah, that's I only play the game really when like my friends be on and I can play with them. Even on the RP, even though like some of them they got it, they just don't be on with me. If they at least in the party, it'll because they be watching me. It make it a little more pleasurable. But I can't really sit and play by myself. I ain't gonna lie.
It's nothing that's really worth playing no more, like by yourself. Just getting on and just like even if it's a multiplayer game, like getting on and just playing with randoms. It's like I don't even care about this game enough to play with randoms. Like I gotta play with my guys, or I ain't playing at all. Like, you feel me? Like you know, the last game I did play, because you know the farming thing that me and all of them was doing, like. That's a game that's strictly about farming. It's like, all right, boom, if you want to do this, you can get up there and just grind through some hours, like, because it's like, all right, boom, I'm getting up here for this, and it's giving me this, and it's like, I can like RP, like there's people that RP like the farming simulator game. It's like you can get up there and do that because it's that. It's not you're on the farming thing, but you got to go into town and do all this other stuff. It's like, no, I ain't trying to do that, man. I'm trying to hop on the tractor, ride it around my you feel me? Like grow my daggone strawberries, pluck you feel me? Like that's what I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to do all the other stuff, man. Save that for somebody that want to do it. Or if you want to add in some of the other stuff, you can add in a mod that does it. But I don't know. That game, man, this is nonsense. There's a lot of nonsense out there in the gaming world. And they're talking about they want to raise the games to $100 because I think GTA. Well, I think they've been talking about it in general. Like even when they started the $60 price hike, but they've been talking about the GTA. I think said they're considering doing $100 one.
Yeah.
But my thing is, y'all ain't GTA. If GTA is doing 100, that means you're under.
Yeah.
So find out where you fit in there. Like y'all not GTA. Ain't nobody paying no $100 for y'all.
GTA made a game and it lasted
over a decade.
Yeah.
Like some of the people that are playing GTA now was a baby or not even born when GTA came out.
Exactly. The
like,
same
GTA
game.
5 literally came out before some of these kids was born. Like my nephew, he don't play GTA, but like he knows about GTA, and GTA came out. He might have just been born, like or not. No, he I don't even think he was born. Like when it came out. So like that's how long it's lasted. Y'all games don't last 6 months. Like it comes 6 months and gone. Like what we talking about?
Yeah, so that'd be interesting to see, man. But shoot, them gaming's going down, but also these sports, especially the NBA, because that's like the big sport going on right now.
Hey, I got sports. Well, first of all, also while I was trying to figure out everything, the NC State Notre Dame women's basketball game.
Yeah, that was good. When I was watching, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I was like, "You take your time." I was watching.
Hey, they was getting to it, boy.
Yeah,
and
I got
that was a good game. And I was talking to Dejanique at the church, like, because she was watching the game on her phone. And we was talking about who we think gonna go to the final. But man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough out there, man. It's tough. It's tough in college right now.
Yeah,
it's tough in college, but in general, yeah, sports is. You know what sport is up though? The rest of these sports, because they're like this is around the All-Star time, Pro Bowl, and all this stuff. You know what sport took a?
What's that?
Hockey.
Oh yeah,
hockey made some noise.
For sure. For sure.
Everybody about to be talking about. Let's see what we can do with that. Because the NFL, they Pro Bowl, don't even watch that no more. Like they don't even play football no more. They play flag football. The All-Star game, trash. Like all these other leagues is looking around, and NHL said, "Hey, 4 nations, we getting ready for the World Cup. We gonna play hockey.
Yeah,
we gonna play. We not gonna do all this other, all this." What the All-Star game? We got the skills challenge where they bull crapping. We got this. We got the G League versus. No, we gonna show the best of the best.
Yeah,
the best of the USA, best of Canada, best of Finland, best of Sweden, and line it up. Who the best?
Yeah, they came out there. USA, Canada came out there. They was fighting. Well, they had 3 fights, 9 minutes.
9 seconds.
Oh 9 seconds. 9 seconds. Yeah,
9 seconds. 3 fights.
That's what I'm playing.
Get to it.
Yeah, exactly.
We ain't playing no games. Let's get to it. They booed the national anthem. Hey, I'm fighting him.
Oh yeah, off rip.
They dropped the puck. Hey, clear out. Clear out. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up? That's I love it. I love that energy.
That's how you get the ratings up. That's what we want to see.
That's what we want to see. And I like, because there's some hope for like the NBA. There's hope for the NBA right now because what's the boy at the Spurs?
Wemby.
He was hot. I just seen clips because I ain't watched the thing. I just seen clips of Wemby. He ain't like that.
Yeah.
He ain't like that losing stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't like that losing stuff. I just seen clips of him throwing his hands. It's like, bro, come on, man. What are we doing out here?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, bro, you need some of them. Like, bring that energy, man. And they tried to do it. Like, oh, we got the international team and we got this. But then you got a team.
Rising stars.
Yeah.
That's not even all-stars. Like,
what we doing?
Now we watching them, but LaMelo Ball, who the leading guard voter, he ain't out there.
He's sitting in the crowd. What we doing?
Yeah, but we watching these youngins that wasn't even voted. Like,
yeah, man. So, they gotta cut some of that stuff out. Give the G League and the Rising Stars they time on Thursday night.
Yeah, playing a celebrity game or something. They could do that, and then like. If you're going to add a team of people who not all-stars, I was saying you should have did an all-snub team. So, like, the people who should have been all-stars, like the LaMelo Balls and stuff that didn't get the vote, that didn't get the nod in, I put them out there.
Or just get rid of all these teams and say, hey, lace them up.
Exactly.
Best versus best. Lace them up.
And who?
And make whatever incentives you got. Bro, you out telling me nobody can come up with incentives that's going to make these players play.
Shoot.
Up the prize pool.
Come on now.
The winning team get this. The losers, hey, good luck. See ya. Get I seen something that said there was somebody that said make the because I think it's in baseball that they do The winner of the All Stars, it gets the home field advantage in the with the World Series.
Yeah.
So if that's true, like, do something like that. All right, go back to the conferences. The winning conference gets the
home court advantage.
Like,
Yeah.
do whatever you got to do to make it interesting. Because at the end of the day, it's a product that you're trying to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Sell the product. In the NFL, y'all gotta revamp everything. Y'all doing quizzes out there. Like, what? I was reading some of the things they ain't doing quizzes. How much do you know about your teammate? Like, this is part of the event.
Hey, I did not turn the Pro Bowl on.
Me neither. I literally looked up the event list and I was like, man, I'll read off the event. I made a little graphic thing about. I'll tell you the exact events in the Pro Bowl. So on Thursday in the Pro Bowl, they had the passing test, the satisfying catches, which is like the one hand or like the catch thing. Like, it is dumb anyway. Then they got the relay race, the helmet harmony. And I think the helmet harmony is the one where they did the quizzes and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And then they got the dodgeball game. Still ain't played no football yet.
Ain't played no football yet.
No football yet. Then on Sunday, it's the punt perfect. Respectfully to the special teams.
Oh, wow.
I ain't trying to watch no damn punter.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's not even all punters. It was I think it was a punter and a non-punter or non-kicker doing the punts. So it's not even like it's all right. The punters is just out here getting busy. Then it's the great football race. I don't even know what. Let me see what that was. The great football race is 6 players from each conference faced in a relay race made up of different challenges. So it's another relay race. You got tug of war. This is on Sunday. This is the date of the Pro Bowl, by the way.
Tug of war.
Tug of war, and then the 7-on-7 tournament. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Just announce the Pro Bowlers and give them like a ceremony when they do the NFL honors. Like, just do that. If that's what you can come up with, just do that.
Because 7-on-7 tournament don't even make sense when you like linemen are voted in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
so
they don't even get. What we doing?
That's bad.
Oh, like, listen. Oh,
that's bad.
They gotta figure something out.
I heard speaking of the NFL, I heard a lot of mixed reviews about that Super Bowl too.
What you hear?
I heard that it was good for the genre of hip hop. That it was a full hip hop Super Bowl. We had it.
Oh, you talking about the halftime show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the halftime show. It was good. Oh, the game itself was trash. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. That was dominance from start to finish.
Yeah. They dog walked.
Yeah, so
I kept saying, I was like, at the end of the second, like towards the end of the second quarter, I was like, well, if Kansas City they score right here. Well, shit, they threw a pick.
Yeah.
Like, they threw a pick. Here we go.
It got ugly.
That last it was like, I think it was like last 4 minutes or something. Because it was in reach still.
Yeah.
And then he threw a pick, and they went, and I think they kicked the field goal, and then he threw the pick 6. And I was like, it's over. It's over. Halftime show, and then I'll turn this off. I'm going in there. Don't even worry.
Yeah, but that halftime show, it was good. Like I said, it was good for hip hop, because it was the first like fully hip hop halftime show. And then but I also heard that it wasn't the most entertaining, and it was due more so to him playing. I mean, Not Like Us, of course, that was the most popular song in America at the time. But outside of that, not a lot of people knew what he was playing. Like that's not.
It was a new album.
The new stuff. It was new stuff. So like a lot of people know Kendrick. Like Kendrick's not no new rapper. He's
for sure
not no new guy.
He
like
got major hits. So
exactly.
That's what they expected.
Exactly.
But
They wanted.
I think that was also the point of his thing, because they kept like with the Samuel, like he kept every time he'll start doing something, he'll be like, "Yeah, this is what you supposed to do," or "This, nah, don't you bring that," or you feel me, like.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like painting that picture anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and obviously, like if you're a fan of Kendrick, you know he does stuff very intentional. Like so.
For sure.
But like I watched the what is it? The interview that he did right before the Apple Music thing.
Yeah.
I watched that before the Super Bowl, and he said in it like I'm gonna do a lot of new stuff like in the interview. So I wasn't really surprised. But I get people wanting more of the big hits from him. I get that, but also get him saying, "Yo, because that's what he's been on. Like even like Not Like Us. Like that whole last verse. Like, hey, this is what I'm on. Like, and he's been on that to Pimp a Butterfly. Like all of this stuff. Like that's what he's been on. And it's like I got an opportunity to either just showcase me and be like, all right, I'm gonna do all my biggest hits, swimming pools and all of the big massive hits, and of course like those will do numbers and everybody, oh Kendrick, or I can do all rap and talk about, hey, because he did, what was the track, Watch the Party Die was talking about like, all right, we watching all this new rap stuff that's been doing, we killing that off and we gonna rebirth this thing. So I got an opportunity to really focus on this and be really hip hop and be really rap, and you know the rest of that is what it is, and I take whatever that is with putting the platform of rap on this stage. So I think that's kind of what he was doing. Obviously, you probably ain't gonna hear it from his mouth.
Yeah.
That's just what I took from it.
What you think of it? If you gotta rate it, give it a rate.
I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
Like, and those songs. Like I knew those songs. Like I was literally rapping them in the thing. I was like, like even Man at the Garden.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not like a song that I would have thought was played, but like that's one of my favorite songs, especially off of GNX. Like that's my joint. But like, so I'm skewed in that perspective of I knew the songs, I like those songs, so like I still enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed it as a fan. If we're talking about just a global audience, I'm sure it got lost on some people. But as far as like the choreography and like the visuals, I like the visuals.
No, we asking your opinion. If you had to rate it 1 out of 10,
I enjoyed it. Like
1 out of 10, what you gonna rate it?
Because I'm biased, like all that blackity black. I'm biased. I like, hey, that's 9-10 for me. Like, hey, because that's straight up like him having a deeper message on it. Like I'm big on storytelling. Like I'm big on storytelling. I enjoyed the story of it. I enjoyed it was all black people. We couldn't find a single white person on the screen.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. And Black History Month.
All right.
There you go. And then he played stuff that I enjoy. Like I enjoy, bro. I be bumping GNX.
Yeah.
Like I be bumping it. Like that's my joint. So like I said, Man in the Garden. Like I was rapping that even like, and I could still go along with it. I think they messed up with the audio in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that wasn't great in the beginning because it was.
They tried to say Caesar was lip singing, but they released the audio from just the microphone, so it doesn't have any effects or anything on it. She was singing.
Yeah. But it was just like from what you could hear on TV, like so. I think that was just like kind of messed up part of it.
Yeah.
But as far as like visually, I liked it. I like the part where he was he went in like the little thing with the people, like the dancers that was in the white, and they was doing the little bop thing. Mm-hmm. I like that. Hey, when he did Peekaboo. Hey, that was hard. Like I said, SZA, she did good.
Yeah.
And I like SZA music, but I've never seen SZA perform anything. Like I've never been to a SZA concert or seen her perform. So like that was my first time actually seeing her perform, and like she was good. She was dancing up there. Like That was cool. And I like All of the Stars. All the Stars, not all of the stars. All the Stars. That's a dope song. And then when he was walking up and down, that boy, he in shape. He was going the length of the field, dog.
Yeah.
Multiple times rapping and dancing. Like, I know what it feels like to run the field.
Yeah.
He was doing that while dancing and okay, that's impressive. That was impressive to me. And then like just all the, like the little things like we're gonna do their favorite song, but you know they like the suit. Like that was a moment, you feel me? Then when he had the girls around him talking about, you know, like just the whole thing. Like I liked it. Then he brought Mustard out. Like that was cool. Like I really enjoyed it. But I'm a fan of it. Like I'm in it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Versus I understand some people, they might not in it. All they know is Kendrick with Rihanna singing. What was the song with Rihanna? That was on Damn. Loyalty, and then you might know All the Stars, and they might know Swimming Pools, but they don't know Man at the Garden. They don't know Peekaboo. They don't know, and they might not even like that type of stuff. Like, you feel me? So that's my opinion. But what's yours, man? What you thought of?
I mean, I thought it was solid. You feel me? Like I'm not gonna say I'm not a Kendrick fan. He's not one of my favorite artists. I actually did not know all them songs. Like, yeah, I've heard of the album, but like it's not in my regular plays. Yeah, I do like Caesar though. I ain't gonna lie. So having her out there was a big plus for me. Especially they play Luther. Like if there's one song up there I do know outside of Not Like Us, it's Luther. So, I mean it was solid to me. You know, I mean, with me not knowing everything, the technical difficulties and stuff, like, I gave it a 7. It was solid.
I don't put the technical difficulties on him because he can't control.
Yeah,
like, that's out of his control.
I feel you. I just rate it amongst like these recent Super Bowl performances, like because to me, in the 2020s, Usher had the best one. I put him number 1, so. In retrospect to that, that's why I gave it a grade. I gave it the 7. So it wasn't bad. I definitely ain't gonna say it was trash.
Yeah, and that's why I gave it the grade that I gave it, because I understand why somebody would say Usher, in which Usher did amazing. Beyonce's, hers was really dope. Even the one that they did in Cali with all of the different artists with Dr. Dre and stuff, like those are amazing, but you probably won't ever see one like that again. That is straight just rap. Because anybody that could be on the Super Bowl performance, that means they got big slaps, right? More than likely, they gonna do the big slaps instead of the cuts that is just me rapping and doing the, you feel me? Like, so the likelihood of you ever seeing that again, unless they bring J. Cole out there, J. Cole
is not the only option. I ain't gonna lie. He's not the only option.
Who else do you think is big enough that's going to
Wayne and Drake?
They're not going. They showed you they ain't gonna bring Wayne.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time,
and Drake, I don't think Drake is gonna do that.
He can. It's just
I know he can, but I don't think he will. Like, that's just my opinion. I don't think, because we've seen Drake do big performances. Like, I don't see Drake doing a type of performance like that, where it's cuts that hip hop fans might know, like people that are really in tune. But most of y'all probably, Drake gonna come out there and do the ones that we know. You feel me? And I don't blame him, because those One Dance and Controller and all that, and them the ones. And I wouldn't blame him for not doing them. But Kendrick's the type of guy that I could see doing that. Like, the only other people I could really see not doing that is maybe, like, if Nas did it. But I don't think Nas is going to do it. Like, you feel me? Like,
I wouldn't say they wouldn't pick Wayne. I think they picked Kendrick at this particular time because of
For sure.
I think of everything that was going on around it.
Sure.
That's. I feel like they didn't just pick Kendrick for any reason.
No,
I definitely
Kendrick earned it. For sure.
And I think they made him drop the album as well because they was like, if you're gonna perform, you got to put out something new. Because he did perform at LA with Dr. Dre and all them, and he did his classics.
Well, he only did I think one song, or he
did like
one song and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only did a song and a half. But I don't think if they would have did it with Wayne, I don't think they would have did it right now. Like it would have been years ago.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, of course, but at the same time, years ago, we just didn't have this power to be picking these people.
For sure. And I think if Wayne would,
I think there'll be some female artists who will get the chance. I ain't gonna lie.
Who you think is big enough?
Right now,
it can't just be right now. It got to be somebody that
will continue.
Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like it got to be somebody that's gonna be around. Like
Meg Thee Stallion.
No.
Meg Thee Stallion. She gonna be around. She gonna be around.
She ain't gonna be on no Super Bowl. That's my opinion, but I don't think respect. Even right now, like the last 2 years, I ain't heard no. I heard like one Meg Thee Stallion song.
So there's some more out there. I ain't gonna lie.
But it ain't.
And I think Lotto, she not there right now, but I definitely think if like these next few years she gonna be up there. She just like she.
I enjoy Lotto music. I enjoy it.
Lotto will be one of them ones too.
I don't know. The Super Bowl, bro. There's only one Super Bowl per year, and there is a lot of artists that is in that pool.
Yeah.
So like when we're talking about like just in a job, like it's hard because you're not always gonna get rappers. You're gonna get singers. Like Beyonce, Rihanna. You're gonna get these different avenues, and you know they're gonna bring the white people back eventually. Like they ain't about to let you just keep getting all these back. Eventually, there's gonna be some of these white people that come back up there and do that. Like,
but that's the thing. They also got to be new. You know.
Yeah, like what's the Billie Eilish? I could see her being one of these next few. What's the name? I don't think she's there yet, but Sabrina Carpenter eventually. I could see her being one of them ones that they want to put in there. Like so, there's people like Billie Eilish is probably gonna be, if she wants it, she probably gonna be one in the next few. Honestly, because she's been around for a few years and been number one in a lot of categories. So like that's one that people got to compete with. Like there's other ones that, like we said, Drake still ain't did one, and then other people still ain't did. Like so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And then and they mess around and still. No, they ain't gonna put no J. Cole out there. J. Cole don't do enough for that to be out there. He don't go to the Grammys. He don't do none of the, like you don't even see J. Cole. J. Cole got 2 kids. Ain't nobody ever even seen a peep from him or his wife.
Yeah, facts.
All you see was J. Cole riding a bike and in New York before. Like so J. Cole don't put himself out there. Like I was surprised they gave him the NBA All-Star game a few years ago in Charlotte. I was surprised by that. Just because J. Cole, he don't be around. Like he don't. So I don't see him ever getting that opportunity. So
well, I mean, I could see when it was in Charlotte, he had some ownership with the Hornets at the time. So I mean, and
he was doing that thing with his shoe.
Yeah,
like, he had like NBA partnerships and stuff. Yeah. Like, so he was around for that. But like ever since then, you ain't heard nothing.
And he gonna stick towards basketball. He ain't gonna float towards football.
Yeah, exactly. And that was in Charlotte too. They ain't bringing the Super Bowl to Charlotte. Not right now.
Not right now. Yeah, that's why they trying to expand the stadium or build a new one, because they trying to get it here. They trying to get it here.
And I can see it in maybe like, because they do Super Bowls, like they playing that out for like 5 years ahead. So maybe in like 7-8 years or something like that. Maybe.
That would be crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. That'd probably be the worst week if I'm even out here.
I ain't going to Charlotte.
Yeah.
I want to go to a Super Bowl, but like, bro, you know how insane that
would be
like
insane.
The Olympics. Like I said, I could see. I would probably want to go to the Olympics, but being in LA already crazy, like as far as traffic and just getting around and stuff, with the Olympics on top of it.
Yeah.
I ain't touching that, man.
Everything gonna be stupid expensive.
Crazy.
No, absolutely
10x.
not.
Everything 10x.
Yeah.
A bottle of water at $15. What are you talking about?
You can't order no lift. It don't matter. You're going 5 minutes, $50 offer up.
50? That's $100 a pop.
Yeah.
To go down the road, $100 a pop.
Yeah.
And if you can get any of them. Because, like, yeah, you will have some, but a lot of them probably going, you know how many celebrities going to say, hey, be my driver for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay you this. You ain't getting no more lift. No more lift. They out of here.
Nah, no doubt. Yeah, they need that.
Me? You know, they taking that check quick. So, yeah, it's man, that's going to be crazy. But, yeah, man, it's interesting in sports. Because sports is one of the industries that, in my opinion, is going to be least affected by, like, AI and stuff, because you gotta have, or at least for now, people want to watch people play these sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the actual game itself is going to be least affected by AI, but some of the worst in some of these leagues, some of the worst products are being put out there on the field, which is very interesting because in some of these, I could see some of these leagues not necessarily failing, but some of their market share getting taken. Like, it's NFL ain't going nowhere. It's way too big and it's way too much money involved with it for them to let that fail. NBA as well, but the thing with the NBA, I could see them shrinking a little bit as far as like the G League. I could see the G League being completely gone.
You heard what your boy Bron said?
What?
Him and Maverick Carter, they ain't talks of starting their own league.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because there's a market, because in between high school and because players are getting paid at high school level now.
Yeah. So
there's a market of in between them here and them in the NBA. And you already see with overtime, they're getting the high schoolers, and these some players ain't even going to college. They're going, you feel me, and doing. So there's an avenue of, hey, if we can get some of these players in early, we might be able to compete with this. You feel me? And the same thing in football. There hasn't been anybody that has tested it, but if you could create a marketplace to where, because NFL ain't got no minor league or nothing like that.
No.
They got it in college. So if players, and you don't got to do it crazy. You get 10 teams, whatever. You know how many people will sign if you could say, hey, you get paid this amount of money or whatever? People could come up with that type of money. You see how much money is out there. So if you create 10 all-star teams, just 10, and get rid of, because the whole thing is about to blow up anyway with the revenue sharing. So we take, even if it's more than 10, hey, we're going to have 32, just like the NFL. We're going to have 32 teams across the country. And instead of Ohio State, we got the team up there in Ohio. Yep. Instead of Michigan, we got that Michigan team. Instead of Alabama, we got that team. Instead of Alabama and Auburn, we're going to combine that right here in Alabama. You feel me?
Yeah.
Instead of North Carolina, South Carolina, we got one team. You feel me? It's very simple as far as that. Like, it's just who's willing to compete with those people. Because that's in the politics. So you're going to need people like a LeBron and Mav Carter, because they got the connections and know the people that's going to make the strings to that. Because that's all it is. Like, there's money out there to be made, and the banks will write a check. There's going to be people in private equity that write a check. There's going to be plenty of people that's willing to write the check. It's just, do you got the politics to get us through this? And that's really what's going on. You feel me? And then you start looking at other sports like flag football starting to spur up. Yeah. Somebody could come in and take that whole thing. A national league could come in and be like, yo, if you want to be there, you come and play with us.
Especially players like Cause like you saying, like this stuff gets so political in the NFL. Players still be like in their prime, good to play, can't get a roster spot.
Can't get a roster spot. And then they gotta go play in the UFL.
Yeah, go play crazy.
Or in the Canadian
league and
or,
stuff.
Or go play. I know one dude playing in like South America somewhere. I can't remember what country it's in, but in South America, it's like these players are they're really talented players. Really talented players. Like Tariq Cohen, I play with. He 30. He's retired now.
Yeah.
Now there's injuries and stuff, but I promise you, he's better than a whole lot of motherfuckers. But because he will get, because you gotta think, like, after a certain age, you gotta get paid the league minimum.
Exactly.
League minimum is higher than rookie contract.
Yep.
So now we're gonna cut the veterans, so we can just put the rookies out there.
Exactly.
So it's not necessarily that you're better than him. It's just we can pay you less and still get them.
That's exactly what it is. We just
So
go week. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So yeah, like it's just so many games being played with that, and it's just, and then the NBA is even more because it's like, boom, you only got how many spots, and where the rest of everybody else go?
And that's why basketball, basketball.
In the if I had the money, I'd knock the WNBA out of here. Like, we get them up out of it because they force the players to they gotta play. American born players gotta play 4 years in college. Bro, I'm starting a league. And you come straight out of high school if you want. Juju, come on. What we talking about? I'm getting them up out. Man, WNBA. If I had the money, WNBA would be out of here in 3 years.
Yeah.
We won't be talking about WNBA no more. What are we talking about?
But really, if the WNBA had money, they would have more teams. That's why
they got the top. Think about all the top names in women's basketball.
Yeah.
They just got Caitlin Clark last year, or this year, or no, last year. They just got Caitlin Clark last year. Caitlin Clark been the thing for 4 years. She was hot in her junior year. You should have been getting her out of there then.
Yeah.
You feel me? Paige Beckers had 1 million followers since her freshman year.
Yeah.
You got Juju. She had 1 million followers before she got to college.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Like, your biggest names is sitting in college. Doing what?
Making more money. Making more
like,
money.
What we talking about? Like, I'm getting y'all. Come on. Flajay.
Should have been gone. 5-star recruit. She won a ring freshman year with Angel Reese.
Hannah Hidalgo.
Yeah. She averaged about 30. That's like
giving them buckets. Like, what we talking? Like, the biggest names is sitting. Like, they sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't rocket science to me. It's very simple. Let's get our biggest names over here so all the audience is on our pros. Leave the rest of that to they can still have a great product in college without having the biggest name. Juju Watkins could have left after 1 year or not even went, and we got her in our system now.
Yeah. Now
everybody that has been filling up the stadiums to go see USC is now filling up the stadiums to go see our pro team.
All right. Yeah.
Bingo. What are we talking about? You just start. They're about to launch their expansion team, the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
In Golden State. Juju Watkins, you face this. Don't even worry about it. We telling you about it. Hey, Juju going. Yeah.
Come on
like, what are we talking about?
Hey, don't have no problem filling in seats of that.
Filling it up. It's in California. Fill it up. What are we talking about? I will get I will get them up out of there. Easy. What are we talking?
Yeah.
Easy, they out of here. And then they got all these, like, Overtime does all this stuff at the high school. Like, so these girls is building names at high school, bro. In high school, they got 500K followers. Like, and these girls know them. Like, 'cause they on TikTok and all that, doing the little, like, they know them.
Exactly.
So they want to go see them. Like, I don't know.
You seen the Rivals League?
Rivals.
That's the new 3v3 league.
Yeah,
Unrivaled. Yeah,
Unrivaled. Yeah. I seen it. I think it's a cool concept. They got a few things to iron out, like the next season. But I like the concept. I like the 1-on-1.
Yeah, that 1-on-1.
I like
That's
the one-on-one tournament.
that's
Something the NBA All-Star game.
come on, exactly,
We want to see
exactly.
it. Yeah, I like that. I really enjoy. I like the 3-on-3 shorter court. You know, run
Hmm.
around, get shots up and stuff
And it
like
is
that.
like a different. To me, it's like a different style to play because
Hmm.
it honestly requires more skill.
Yeah,
Like
because
you
it's
know,
space is more space on the floor. So
hmm
you gotta, you feel me?
gotta be better
Like,
offensively so you can get your
yeah.
shot, get your bucket.
But
Gotta
you
be
also
better
gotta get back on
defensively.
defense, and it's just more conditioned too. And
Yeah,
I think that's something that they're gonna know going forward next year when we're going to picking players.
yeah.
Or we gotta have somebody that can do both
Move
ends, like you
exactly.
feel me, and do
Hmm.
this type of stuff because you're exposed. You're only three
Hmm.
people out here. So
Hmm.
if they run a pick and roll over there, pass it to that person on the other side, you 1-on-1 on the island.
Hmm.
You ain't got no help. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like, so what's going on? And then you got to get it out the room and go back on the other end.
Yep.
You know, so
Ain't
and
no
I
break.
think that because I think they've been having like a bunch of injuries, like, but I think that's condition.
Exactly.
You're just not used to doing that much running.
Yep.
Like, so it's like they'll figure it out, and then you know, just my thing around a lot of women's sports is they're scared to criticize like certain stuff. So instead of criticizing, they will overly say, "Oh, this is so great, so great, so great." And it's like, well, it's great, but it's also this thing. So like sometimes like the commentary be like, "Bro, I ain't trying to hear you. I'm about to turn you off." Like
Yeah.
just based off commentary, because it's like you're not being real. Like you're not saying
Exactly.
what it is. Like just say NFL, the NBA. We'll say it. Like, bro, they out here bullshitting. Like, I ain't trying to watch. You feel me? It's not that the game is bad. It's just
Come on.
we're not liking what's going
Shaq,
on.
Shaq, Chuck, Kenny, and all them.
Killing it. You feel me?
That's
Killing
all
it.
they did sat out there, man. Man, these
You feel me?
youngins suck.
Exactly, and it's okay to say that, and that's what women's sports got to understand. Like, I understand you got to promote the product and stuff like that, but if you want to be like respected in that matter, like you got to be able to criticize it yourself. Like, you can't just be if somebody criticizes, oh, they hate this or like they don't want the women to. No, it's not that. It's just sometimes, hey, they out here bull. What are we doing? Like sometimes it's that, and then sometimes, oh yeah, you feel me? Caitlin Clark, she's out here doing none of this. Fly J, Paige, like you know me. I'm a huge Paige Becker fan. It's like, but Paige, I've literally been saying like, Paige is bullshit in the last. You feel me?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then she turned it up. George, dang, what's the dude's name? The coach, the UConn coach. He called it out. He was like, "Hey, my best players gotta do more. Like I don't know what I can't do nothing. We gotta figure something out though. My best player he didn't even say her name, but everybody knew what she was talking about. Like you feel me? Like and then she come and she spanked South Carolina. You think that would have happened if George or I can't remember his name, but if the coach wouldn't have said something, he criticized it, and hey, you can't come out here doing that. You too talented not to be. You feel me? Not be holding you to a standard.
Right.
And that's the same thing with they gotta do like be open to that conversation. You feel me? And that's the problem. That conversation.
Yeah, you think that could turn into a league, especially if it grow? Because because people will, especially if they see how it goes this first like 2-3 seasons, more people will invest.
Yeah, I think if they, because 3-on-3 is growing because of like the Olympics and stuff like that anyway, and that is going to be that's different because it's not half court. So now it's up and down. That's totally different. Like that could really blow up as long as they continue putting money into it. But also they expand it and allow more players to get into it because the problem with WNBA, like you said, they don't have enough teams. There's really, really talented players that get left off of WNBA rosters just because there's not enough spots.
Yep.
Like they could legitly add. They could probably add 10 more teams this year and have really good rosters. But because there's only so many, now you're cutting off all these other players. It's like, what? You know what I mean? So yeah.
Which is
as long as
crazy.
they continue to put money, it's like that thing could definitely pop. Like, cause they're gonna learn a lot, and I think next season they're gonna come and be like, all right, we can do this, this, and this, and make it look a little bit better. But I like stuff like I like the one-on-one tournaments. I like Skylar Diggins. Hey, was daggone getting into it.
They need more people like her. She bring that competition, that fire.
Yeah.
Her, Angel Reese, like
that's what you need, and like that's what people want to see, bro. Like that's all it is. People want to see people compete and be the best at what they do.
Yep.
Simple as that. They don't want to watch you do a fraction of what you is and not compete. NBA, NFL. They want to see the NHL put the best of the best, and when you put the flag on the line too, hey, we lit. Like, we lit. You feel me?
Yeah.
They not the, and I love the referees on the NHL. Like whoever they had to ref it, they let them play.
Yep.
We didn't daggone get a whistle every 2 seconds. Letting them play. There was only like 1 or 2 penalties. In the champion game, there was only 1 penalty.
Yep.
We let them play. We ain't get in the way. Ain't nobody there to see the refs. I'm sorry.
No,
we there to see the players.
Exactly.
And it was an amazing game. I promise you, they didn't have any problems with viewership.
No, not at all. Matter of fact, they probably set records.
Facts.
Set records.
Facts. Their viewership went up.
Had me tuned in.
Hey, me too. I was sitting there. I was like, hey, who else watching these? I had it on all the TVs. I said, everybody in this house about to watch it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's
they
what
watch hockey all year.
Yeah, hockey got a good setup. They really let them fight, and it's like, you go do your time, sit in the penalty box, but you can still play in this game.
Yeah. It ain't no fight, and then you gone for 10 weeks.
Exactly.
No, you fight, you get it in, all right, boom.
And they just do it till somebody hit the ground.
Right. Yep.
Come on.
I like it. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with throw a punch. And I hate, and that's why I hate about like the NFL and the NBA. Like NBA, if you stand over somebody, bro, that's what you want. You dunk on somebody. I'm standing over you in your mouth, bro. Like, what we
that's how
about?
you create the poster.
The poster, boom. You selling out.
Exactly.
You selling 1 million of that next day. My favorite. Imagine if LaMelo came down and boomed on somebody and stood over.
Come on, man.
Bro, that poster is getting 1 million sales the next day.
That's going on my wall the next day.
What we talking about? 1 million sales the next day. Like, what we talking about? NFL, if you daggone moss somebody, I'm walking over. Man, clear out.
Come on, man.
First down. What we talking about? That's what you want. But they want to police so much because they scared. Bro, you just seen it. You literally just seen it. NHL. Niggas tuned in.
Yep.
Tuned in. I'm going to watch me a game or two. Like, I plan on watching a game or two now. You feel me? Because I've been saying that I wanted to watch some more hockey because I ain't watched hockey in a while. I was like, man, I ain't seen no hockey. Let me watch.
And the Hurricanes are good.
Yeah. Like they won the championship a few years ago. It's like, I want to watch a little bit more. And then, I heard they was getting into it. I was like, let me turn this on. Let me see where they going. And then, hey, they got me tuned in. They got me there. Hey, they gained the supporter. That easy. Use your All-Star game to gain supporters.
Yep.
Ain't that a crazy idea?
Just like crazy that, man. Idea. Just like that.
We ain't even intro the thing, but we gonna just keep it rolling since we've been rolling. Oh, and we was talking about J. Cole earlier. I meant to mention. Did you hear the new song Clouds?
Yeah, I heard Clouds.
That boy was rapping, man. and he snuck up on you because it was like a little vibe at the beginning. Oh, I'm so high. I'm in the cloud. Waze. Yeah. And then it was when he started. He ain't stopped until it was back to the I'm back in the clouds. Now I said, hey. And he was talking some stuff in that second verse.
For sure.
The first one, he was getting it off. He was just rapping. He was putting a whole bunch of rhyme schemes together that I couldn't come up with. he was putting it together. That second one, he was talking about some stuff. And a lot of the stuff, Motherfuckers do need to hit. You feel me? The babies addicted to the screens. The AI. We ain't gonna have people. We ain't gonna have artists no more because AI is gonna be up. Because all our artists is addicted to the screens and all that stuff. Like when he was getting into that, we ain't even got cashiers. The cashiers gone because all we got is the machines. Hey, he talking. He was talking.
For sure.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had there's some dialogue between me and my friends. Some of them they from Fayetteville, so they got a unnatural loyalty to J. Cole, but my thing is like I never thought Cole would, so to say, fall off. Like he might not be in the conversation where they put him in that top 3 anymore. But as far as just like music, listening to him, like his followers his fans is his fans. Like if you a J. Cole fan, you're not really the type to switch and just go and just, you're not really a mainstream type of person anyway, especially if you're a real J. Cole fan. Yeah. Like you still gonna tune in. You still gonna tune in.
And the thing, even with the top 3 conversation, people can say, "Oh, he's not in the top 3 conversation," but there's nobody else you can put in the top 3 conversation.
Yes, there is.
Who?
Future. You can put Future in that top 3.
As far as respectfully, the Future, and not as far as rapping. Now, if you putting in all the other stuff, bro, I ain't nobody putting it down.
You can put Future.
There's a reason we ain't never heard of that until Future was talking about, "Oh, I should have been." We ain't never heard that conversation being had.
I mean,
nobody has ever had that conversation.
First off,
the last decade.
First off.
And I'm a Future fan too, so I like Future. So don't think I'm killing Future. I'm just saying the conversation of that, the top 3 conversation of that, Future ain't in. Respectfully to Future.
Right. It's just Future. The top 3 conversation of Drake, Kendrick, and Cole came because they put that in a song. Like they self-promoted that. Nobody. It's not like we the fans came out here and said that's the top 3.
Yes, like there nobody else was in that conversation. Even if let's say they didn't self-promote that, that was the that is what it was anyway.
Who else? Especially Kendrick at that time
when they came out to where they are now. Like who else would you talk?
Future,
about?
Future, literally.
Nobody else was putting him in that conversation.
Literally, but Future, like he came out at the same time, like with Drake.
Yes, but nobody was putting him in that conversation. Because Future wasn't doing what they was doing as far as rapping.
I don't know.
Future, as far as song making, Future might be number. Well, as far as numbers wise, he put ahead of Drake. But Future, as far as song making, he one of them one. Like you feel me? Like I ain't saying that, but it's the converse. At least let me say for me. Let me speak for me.
Yeah.
As far as the top 3 conversation, it was talking about the top 3 rappers, not artists, not none of the other stuff. Song makers, top 3 rappers. Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. In the story, because the other people that could have been in that conversation was either, well, the other people they were older, like a Wayne, like because my favorite artist growing up was Wayne. You won't put him in that conversation because he'd been out well before any of them was out. You wouldn't put a Jay-Z, you wouldn't put a Nas, you wouldn't put any of those artists because they was old, right? So as far as that age group, Nipsey Hussle, he one of the great artists, but he didn't have the run that they was having.
Yeah, Ye. Kanye.
He was older.
I mean, Kanye,
and he wasn't he the thing with that, he wasn't writing all this stuff anyway. So that
neither was Drake.
That didn't come out until after this conversation was already gone.
No. That came out way before. Like Ghost Rider.
The Ghost Rider didn't come out until after Views. Drake, they was well into the daggone top. Like what we done, like that was well after that. I was in college when that conversation came out.
When him and Meek Mill got into when did Views come
I was
out?
in college. That was the Champions, the Meek Mill's album Champions came out. I was in college, bro.
No, it was before Champions. He dropped Champions after that. It was Dreams Worth More Than Money. Dreams Worth More Than Money is when, because that's when he was still with Nicki. Dreams Worth More Than Money.
I was in college.
I mean, you like when you were in college, that was recent.
I'm saying the time that they came out to the time I was in college, bro, they have been rapping and stuff for a long time. What are we talking about? Marvin's Room was out like when I was in middle school or something, bro.
2015.
College.
2015. He wasn't in college at 20. You was in college? He was a
A&T.
freshman.
A&T.
A freshman. Like,
when that came out. Because I remember that was a conversation. Like, what was going on?
So that's a long time. That's a long time. Yeah, freshman year in college.
For that long. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think about it. They've been out for that long. They've been out since I was in middle school. Or probably even before middle school. Like, when they was dropping their first stuff, they started getting big when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
So then fast forward 7 years, I'm in college. Like, they done got a 10-year career.
I feel like Kanye.
Now you added on another 10. Kanye been out since I was kindergarten.
Kanye came out where he really blew up was a few years before Drake really took over. Not take over,
Drake
but before he came out.
Think about Drake was on, what was that song for the LeBron documentary? Forever. Kanye was already massive then. Drake just got on that because he was tied to Lil Wayne and Young Money. Like, so Drake wasn't massive then. Like, Kanye was already Kanye West.
He wasn't massive, but he was on the scene. He wasn't massive, you're right.
His ties to Young Money and stuff.
But they knew Drake on the hook was the truth. And then Take Care came out in like 09, 08.
And that was like, all right, boom, all right. Drake is going into another, you feel me?
It came out in 11.
Yeah, so then after that one, that was when, all right, he's on his run now.
Yeah. This
is Drake's time. But that was when Kendrick was coming out. He was putting out Good Kid, Mad City and all that. Like, so that's when all of that, they was coming out. Kanye was already Kanye West prior to. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't put him in that conversation because of that. And by the time all that other stuff came out, that was already established. And even when they came out, the ghostwriting stuff, it wasn't tied to the songs that Drake was rapping on. Like, so even if you want to have a conversation of Drake got ghostwriters, it was not, at least from what I know and what they was put out, it wasn't tied to the rapping songs, like where he was, like what made him even in that conversation. Like, it was the dancing or like whatever, like the vibe, like type of stuff. Like, so that's why, like, we talking about top 3, like that's, I don't put Future in that just because Future don't give me enough of that. Like, yes, as far as song making and as big of an artist, Future's massive, man. Like, he's bigger than Cole in some like in a lot of aspects. Like, but as far as we rapping, Future ain't doing what the hell Cole just did on Cloud. Like, that ain't happening. Respectfully to Future, like, he ain't even gonna want to make none of that. Like, that ain't him. Like, but I don't see Future ever making nothing like that. Like, what that boy just did and what Kendrick has done over and over again, like on GNX, like some of them cuts, like him rapping and on some of the other tapes, and then like we said, like Drake, he hasn't done a lot of late, but like when he gets in his bag, them boys is on another level and has the ability to make songs. Because there are rappers that can spit, but they can't make songs. So, like, that's why they don't get as big and they don't get put in the conversation. But, yeah, there's other artists that can really spit and is in that time period, but they can't make the songs that make Cole and Kendrick and Drake them.
So do you think that Kendrick, Cole, and Drake are that big because of their ability, or
I don't think it's one thing with either, because I think they all came up vastly different. Like all of their situation was vastly different. Like Kendrick with TDE and like what they did with there and building that is vastly different than Drake getting on the scene with Lil Wayne and Young Money, and they taking off with Nicki Minaj and like Young Money. That for a while, Young Money was the biggest. You feel me? Tyga, Lil Twist, like everybody that was connected to the Young Money was hot. Everybody, like so, like that was a vastly different thing to Cole coming up under Jay-Z and Jay-Z not even giving him a verse. Like Cole had to really, you feel me? Like all of them have vastly different ways of coming up. That's why Cole can still do the numbers that he's doing, selling out Madison Square Garden back-to-back nights, doing, you feel me, like all this stuff without being like having the numbers of a Drake because of his fans. Like we was just talking about, like his fan base is his fan base, but he curated that over the years of just grinding, and then it eventually turned into a Forest Hills Drive where everybody jumped on. You feel me? And it goes platinum with no features, no other producers, no nothing. Like that's the type of what he came up. Kendrick with TDE and them, what they was doing over there with J Rock and all of them. Like that whole thing over there was vastly different. And then obviously with Drake, he got put on a very, very large platform from the rip. Like they had, before Drake was doing his own songs, he was doing songs with Lil Wayne, you feel me, or other people artists just singing on the hook, you feel me? Like he was put in the spotlight because that was hot. Like Lil Wayne was the hottest artist out at the moment. You feel me? Like when Drake was first coming out, Lil Wayne,
he put him on before he went to jail. Yeah,
you feel me? So it was they all have very vastly different reasons and stories of how they came up, and they're different artists too. Like Drake with the singing and the rapping, like he was the one that really, not the first one to do that, but the one that made it like a thing. Like that was a thing once Drake consistently started doing that. Okay, yeah, this is what you got to do. And now you got so many people that every song that they got to have a melody and this and this. Kendrick coming from that type of gritty and having that type of lifestyle and talking about the stories that they was talking about, like that was vastly different than what Cole was doing and talking about the things that he was talking about, like and coming up as a college kid and all of that type of stuff. Like that, they all had different things, and you can even see it in the music now, like Clouds.
I don't know, I disagree with that. I just feel like Future is the criteria for all that. He came up on his own. He got his own story. He got his own story.
I don't think Future raps. I don't think he raps enough.
What? Future dropped 3. He dropped 3 projects last year. He dropped 3 projects, right? They were all 3. Yeah.
He was not rapping on. Like he was doing
the
little melody.
My
Type.
gosh.
What are you talking? One of them was like an R&B type thing anyway.
No, it wasn't. But it was a different. I mean, that's versatility. Like you're talking about, We Never Trusted You. Like We Never Trusted You. That was the second one he dropped after We Don't Trust You.
I don't want you to have me.
But he dropped.
I'm trying to not Future, man.
He dropped.
Man. I love Future music, but Future don't be, bro. You know
Future
what
be
Future
rapping.
He
be
get up there and talk about. You feel me? Like he raps, but he don't rap. Like,
Mixtape Pluto, straight rapping. He was straight.
Like, but like that, he ain't Mixtape Pluto for a long time.
He just dropped Mixtape Pluto last year.
Pluto, back in the day, Pluto. That's what I'm talking about.
I know that. And I'm talking, if you Mixtape Pluto, he rapping.
2012 Pluto. Like he ain't been that in. You feel me? What we talking about? That ain't what he doing.
Kendrick ain't been
GNX. He just been.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Hey, here we go. Hey, Future in that Future top 3. You can say what you want. Future in that top 3. He been doing this thing. Future been around. All the other niggas been around. Future been around. He been dropping consistently. He really ran them charts last year. They don't give him credit because of the whole beef with Drake and Kendrick. But he was doing his thing for real. Like,
so what you think of Trump's tariffs, man?
man,
What you think of? Well, and we can close out on this. Like, the only thing that I just want to talk about is what I've been, or at least what I've been seeing. I've read a little bit on it, but so the tariff, at least with China, or not with China, with Canada and Mexico, was more of a negotiation than something that he was just trying to, like, all right, we're gonna screw with you. I don't know if you read that or seen that. Did you see anything on that?
I don't know about Mexico, but China on the
Not
last
China, the Canada.
Oh, Canada.
So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So from what I saw, the Mexico thing was he got them to. Well, I don't know if it's signed in or whatever, but that they're sending extra military. I think it was like 10,000 personnel to the border to help with the border thing, and then they were doing something else. I can't remember because
supposed to be
part of it
drug
has
trafficking.
stuff to do with like China and stuff, and like what they're trying to send products and send it through Mexico and all of that stuff. So like he used that as like a negotiation tactic. Like, hey, we either gonna tariff you or you gonna work with us or whatever. And then with Canada, it was very similar in like some of the things that they're doing and like trying to figure out what are we gonna do with China and blase. So I remember when we talked about it the last time we did. So I just wanted to like, what was your thoughts on like after seeing like some of the things that's coming from it now?
I do. This is more so in regards to Mexico than Canada, but it relates to Canada just because we do get imports and exports through there as well. But I don't feel like the border problem is as big there as in with Mexico. But like
I think that Canada was more so like, hey, we got to figure out how we can stop getting goods from China so much and being so reliant on them. So I think that was more so what, at least from what I saw. Like I don't know all the details on it, but they're trying to figure out, hey, can we figure out how to not rely on them so much?
Yeah, but with Mexico, it's definitely
the border.
It's the border, and it's not just people coming over, but also what they're bringing. Like it was like drugs. Like that's a massive problem. Like yeah, they don't got just 10,000. They didn't ask for help at the border just to stop people from coming over. Like it's really to catch all these drug traffickers and
human
cartel.
The human trafficking?
Yeah, human trafficking, exactly.
All of that.
And it's like they are combating like large organizations like cartels and stuff like that. Like it's not.
Did you see one of the cartels react? And they started shooting at people and placing bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's different. Like,
yeah, definitely. So I mean, if you don't, because I feel like it's without you really knowing and understanding. Like you can look at it from a very dense point of view and just be like, "Oh, he's sending all these people to kill people trying to come in America." It's not like that. Like there is a problem, especially drugs. It's a huge drug problem, and it's not just Mexico, like the country. Like it's these like South American cartels and organizations like who have infiltrated these countries. It's not just Mexico. They
own a lot of South America.
Exactly. Like so. I mean, they have a heavy influence in these activities. So you definitely got to crack down on it and get a hand on it. Because I'm gonna be real. Their goal is to get into America.
Well, they're in America.
They're trying to take it over, just like they do these other countries. They're trying to infiltrate this American government in the same way.
All it does is it just looks vastly different. But first, I want to just say I think the biggest problem with this conversation that we're having right now is the divide over the person.
Yeah,
like, the divide over Trump. Like, because I hear all the time, like, just especially like older people, like people. They either hate everything that Trump does or they love everything that Trump does.
Right, there's no middle.
Instead of just looking at it like, all right, this is what's happening. Why is this happening? And Trump is part of he brings on some of it because of the way he talks about things.
Right.
Like, and like that's the messenger part. Like, he's a salesman. Like,
Right.
You know where he comes from. Like, came from reality TV. Like, that's what he does.
Right.
So, yes, that seems like a problem sometimes. But people also gotta realize this is the president of the United States isn't a individual working solo on his own. Yeah. There is a lot of people that is positioned there to make sure he's doing things that is going to get the country into a better position. There's somebody that said, hey, we got to get Canada and Mexico on board to help us deal with these different issues. Now, how he does that, he's probably has some options on how he's going to deliver it to the people and how they want to put it out, because they have a massive PR team and all of that stuff. But we got to get past regardless of what you feel, Trump is in office. Like, so we got to start looking at things and what is really going on. Like, people is dying from a lot of these drugs. Like, fentanyl, like, the way I've never used drugs in my life, but the way that they talk about fentanyl, like, boy, you sniff enough of it, you gonna have to get to the hospital quickly. You feel me? Like, so it's vastly different than a lot of the other things that, even the opioids and all of that stuff. Like, they're putting fentanyl in everything.
In everything, exactly.
Everything. Like, lacing your weed, lacing your pills, like lacing everything. So you gotta get a hold of that at some point. You feel me? And just like, all right, we're on the China front. It's like, we're obviously at fronts for whatever the reason is. That's a whole nother debate. But we're at fronts with China. We got to figure out how to not depend on China for so much. Because we came up with some bill years ago that, all right, China, you got to buy this much from us and we're going to buy this much from you. China ain't did that. And they don't have plans on doing that. So what are you going to continuously depend on them for all of this stuff, or are you going to make a change at some point? Like, and that's where people got to realize, like, yes, tariffs can bring certain, like, I was reading something about the tariff on Germany. We don't tariff any of Germany's cars that come here, but they tariff all of ours that go over there.
Yep.
Because of some bill that was done, I think it was like 1948 or something. I read it was a bill that was done in 1948 to help rebuild Germany's economy after the war.
Yep.
We're rebuilding your economy. How many years we got to rebuild your economy? That's 70 years ago. Like, what were you talking about? Like, we can't continue to rebuild all these economies, and you continuously tariffing us, but we can't tariff you. So what is there going to come from that? More than likely, they're going to drop the tariff down, and nothing's going to come from that tariff. But it's just a negotiation tactic of like, all right, we're not going to continuously take that. And that's the one thing I will give Trump. I don't agree with everything that he does because he be wilding sometimes, but he's willing to step out there at least and say, hey, that don't look right. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't about to keep doing that. And he do say it in crazy ways, and I can understand why people panic, but also understand that there's a lot of other people that are involved in these things. Like when they was talking about he's trying to get rid of people that was born on U.S. soil, not being. I knew that from the beginning. They ain't about to let that go through. The Supreme Court is not going to let that go through. Like, and if they do, we got a serious problem on our hands. Like, we got a serious problem. But like I said, we ain't heard nothing since that day about that. Like, because that ain't about to go through. Because if you're born on U.S. soil, it's in the Constitution. And it's just another thing. Learn the Constitution. You would not panic as much on a lot of these issues if you knew what the Constitution allowed and what it didn't allow. My nephew just had to do a project on the Constitution. I went and grabbed a book from the bookstore, and it's like a lot of adults need to read this book, not just kids. Like, to know what's going on and what's your rights and what you can and can't do, and what the president can and can't do, and how the government works and stuff. Like, there's a whole system behind this that makes this country go the way it needs to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to see what you thought on that with the whole tariffs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely did see that because I wasn't really too sure about Canada, but definitely Mexico and how they agreed they were sending some troops to the border. Because, I mean, it is a huge problem, that drug problem going on there. So, I mean, it's not, I mean, ultimately, we've been on this war on drugs since what, the Bush administration? Like,
yeah, I don't think we're going to ever stop drugs. It's just slowing them down.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And getting a hold on them, you know? Like, we can't have another crack epidemic. Yeah. Like, so, yeah, definitely. And then when it's getting in here illegally and they can't even, like, pinpoint and track down, you know, that's a mess. That's a mess.
That's the problem. When you, like, not only you can't track down the drugs and where it's at, you can't track down the people.
Exactly.
There's people getting in here and you can't even track them down.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem. Like, when it gets so out of hand that you don't even know where to start. It's like, oh shoot, let's figure something else. Like, we gotta figure something out. You feel me? And you know, like, cause people talking like, oh, you ain't gonna be able to stop it, right? Like, the goal ain't really to stop, because you gotta also realize there's so much money in it. Like, big corporations, like we talked about this before, like big corporations get illegal immigrants to do a lot of this stuff. So that's not gonna stop. Like, that's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop some people getting in here, some drugs getting in here, because pharmaceuticals and all that, like, there's big money in those industries, and people are getting paid off and stuff like that. That's the reality of it.
Yep.
But at least you want to be able to, hey, that had to come from here, because there was no way it could have came from here.
Exactly.
Right now, or they haven't been able to figure out where anything has come from. It's just been a free for all.
Yep.
You feel me? And you can see that in the way that the cartel is reacting. There's something obviously triggering them to want to shoot at Border Patrol and start placing bombs and stuff like that, because obviously there is something changing there. They're not doing that just because of nothing. They don't want to go to war with the U.S. Like, that's not what like, think about from their perspective. We don't want to have to do that type of stuff. We would rather do the same thing we've been doing, getting people in, getting drugs in, making our money, and just staying under the radar. But there's been changes in some way, shape, or form that is making them, all right, we got to start reacting in a certain way. That tells me in and of itself something's going on.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out these next few months, man. But it was definitely that's an impactful move. Like, to see, I had some more things following up on the DEI conversation from last week, but we're gonna pick up there. We're gonna pick up there next time.
Yeah. We hit it off, man. It was a good episode back, man. Which I guess by the time they see this, it's gonna already be like,
this gonna be like the third one, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a third one in a row. So, but yeah, we back though. We back in the business. We back in business.
Yeah.
We back in business. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else, man. It's a good show.
Just want to welcome all our folks back, man. Say we hit in March. So March is full.
Yeah. Full
of opportunity. Sure. And go get it, man. We about to be in spring. Season's about to change.
Yeah, it's starting to warm up. Boy, it was cold for a minute.
Shoot, it just snowed here a few days ago.
Dang, well, we ain't getting no snow, but yeah, it's been cold. It's been cold. Oh.
But yeah, man. Yeah, tell my people, man, y'all keep y'all heads up, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, if you got some suggestions, some feedback, some comments, don't hesitate to reach out. You know, I appreciate the people who have already let us know something. That let us know y'all really tuned in and what you really want to see. So trust is definitely appreciated, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all.
Everybody stay blessed out there, man. It's good to be back, healthy. Hey, I don't know about y'all. Your boy is down some pounds too. You feel me? Your boy is down some pounds, feeling good. You know what I mean? I was out there in the yard running around with the kids yesterday, whooping them in basketball. You know, that's how they whooping them. But yeah, man, you know, feeling good. Life's good right now, man. A lot of opportunity.
Yeah,
A lot of opportunity out there. You got to go take it though. It's gonna be hard work.
It is.
Gotta go take it.
By the time this come out, you know, I gotta wish my brother a happy birthday. His birthday will be the past, so
yeah, man.
your god brother, you know,
happy birthday, man.
And then,
hey, he got some big. We ain't gonna talk about that on that, but he just got some big news. You heard about it,
right? It depends. Oh yeah. I think yeah. If you talking about what I know, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the split.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, man, you know.
Happy birthday to him, and then the nephew's birthday the 8th. So we'll go ahead and fit them in there too, man. Happy birthday to them, man.
Happy birthday, everybody, man. If you got a birthday in the comment section, let us know, man. We'll shout you out next one. Shout you out next one. But that's it. Let's get on up out of here, man. It's outside the post. This was we did not intro this whatsoever
at all, man. At all.
This was episode 9, right?
Yep.
Episode 9, man. Outside the post, and we up out of here, man.